Back once again, daily DJZ. Maybe this is going to be my Thursday thing where I just keep doing commentary on old matches. Here's me and Discovery coming down to the ring for 2 out of 3 falls, hair versus hair, DJZ and Gringo Loco. And that rudo Gringo jumping me during my entrance, beating me with a chair. He didn't want to waste any time, clearly. Telling the ref to ring the bell, doing me dirty before the bell rings. So here we go, Gringo Loco winning the first fall right off the bat. Why waste any time? Gringo Loco, 1 fall, 2-0. Will DJZ be able to come back from this? Now look at Discovery getting in the ring, coming to my aid. So, quick backstory. I don't really mind sharing this info. Hopefully it's not a big deal. But Discovery was about 24 beers deep before this match. So, he was acting a bit erratic and doing all sorts of interesting things throughout this match. And it was important to me to have my coach, my trainer, as my second. And I think Discovery was quite happy and honored that I chose him. So happy, in fact, that he decided to rage and basically tailgate outside the arena for this big hair versus hair match. But here we go. Once again, this match was last year. This was August of 2016. Back when we were all going so hard with the training. Twice a week with Skyday and Discovery as the coaches. Discovery in particular, he really pushes you. He will take you out of your comfort zone and make you try maneuvers and techniques that you don't believe that you can do. And he's so motivating, you don't want to let him down. He gave me a lot of confidence to do some lucha libre techniques that I used to not have the confidence to do. So this match was a perfect example of me just stepping out of my comfort zone, doing some craziness that I had learned last year while training with Discovery. And this match was right before all the injuries. A month after this match, I would go on to break my wrist. 2 months after this match, I would go on to tear my LCL in my right knee. And also 2 months after this match, Gringo Loco would have a heart attack. So this was like probably one of the last matches where we were both super healthy during that crazy run we had of lucha matches in 2016. But thankfully, it seems that we've all gotten past the injuries and we're finally getting back to where we were before all that happened. So look at us, man, going hard. Not the cleanest we've ever hit that move, which is funny because usually we hit it perfect. But you can't win them all. And we diving, going for it. There's definitely some added pressure in the hair versus hair type of match. They take it very seriously and they want you to have like a really strong, hard-hitting match whenever the hair is on the line. There's like a pride that comes with it and they want you to go hard, extra hard in these hair versus hair matches. And this was a big show. We had a big crowd because Pentagon Jr. was making his GALLI debut, but we weren't going to let that stop us from stealing the show. We wanted to make the hair versus hair match the match that everyone left talking about, and I think that we accomplished that, as you'll see as this match goes on. I just remember my conditioning being so good in this period. I never really was getting tired in my matches at all. I was able to just stack spot on spot on spot and not ever get blown up or exhausted. Can't say it's like that now, but I'm definitely trying to work my way back towards that level of conditioning. But watching this match back, it makes me tired sometimes. Gringo, I'm sure, hated wrestling with me. As much as he loved wrestling with me, he probably also hated it just because I was really going to like test his conditioning every time we got in there. But yeah, it actually kind of makes me sad watching these matches back because my body was looking great, my conditioning was great, my confidence was great, and it's like I just feel so far from that level. Oh, shout out to Skyday. And DJZ has won the second fall. It's 1-1. This is where it gets crazy. Wait, Discovery pours an entire bottle of water on my head. The entire bottle. I'm opening my mouth trying to drink some of it, but I remember I felt like I'd just taken a cold shower heading into the third fall because Discovery literally poured the entire bottle on my head. Usually in these Lucha Libre matches, third fall is when everything picks up. And that's when you're going to see all the craziest moves, all the biggest bumps, the biggest risk. We save it all for that long third fall. Watching this match back, too, as I'm looking at the time, we went over 20 minutes, which it's very rare that we do singles matches on these Lucha shows. So to do a singles match and then to go like 20, that's pretty impressive, you know, and just shows the level of conditioning we were at as well, that we could keep that pace going for 20 minutes. It's remarkable. Now to start the third fall with this bump right here, I guarantee you this knocked the wind out of Gringo. So keep that in mind as you see this crazy Hurricane Rana to the floor, and he just eats nothing but floor on the bump. Now keep in mind that we still have so much more wrestling to do, and now he's got the wind knocked out of him and just took that huge bump. So Gringo deserves all the props in the world. One, for agreeing to take a huge risk like that, and two, for continuing to wrestle at a high level after taking such a big bump. For as much as people think that Lucha Libre fans, Mexican wrestling fans, love high-flying wrestling, don't get me wrong, they do. But I would be willing to argue that Mexican fans love hardcore and brawling just as much, if not more, than they do high-flying wrestling. So it's good to give them some of that in addition to the high-flying, because they respond really well to it, actually. So I try to include some brawling and some hardcore elements whenever possible in these Lucha Libre shows. Skyday Jr. loves to do this. I don't know why. He's absolutely obsessed with this spot where he throws all the chairs on you. And then Discovery's going to chase after him. And like I said, Discovery, a bit of a wild card in this match. So we're all trying to keep a distance from him because we don't know what's going through his mind exactly. Oh, yeah. Here was another idea that I came up with on the spot, just to have fans hold up their chairs, and I was going to throw Gringo's head into the chair. Now, the next person that holds up a chair, look in your right-hand side, is a child, a small child, holding up a chair. Gringo's head goes through the seat of the chair, and it nearly hits the child in the face. Obviously, you couldn't see it from that angle, but I've seen another version of this match. I think Cubs fan, sup Cubs fan, Lucha Blog, I think on his version you can see that that seat of the chair almost hits that kid in the face. And that guy swung the chair. I was like, what are you doing? Just hold it up. Why would you try to swing it? Come on, bro. But that's what you get when you come up with an idea like that on the fly. You don't really know what you're going to get. See, going back to what I said earlier, the brawling, like they love the brawling, the kind of hardcore chaotic element. So that's why we spent a lot of time on the floor, just because Mexican fans love that shit. You know what, I'll stand by it. That's a cool spot. That's a crowd interactive spot that I think people enjoy. So I might have to start bringing that one back. Ramming heads into the chairs. Look at Discovery! He's starting fights with fans. Skyday Jr. trying to get him out of the way. Oh man. It is funny to watch this back. Tornado DDT through the ropes. Not a whole lot of room. I'm not even sure if a lot of the fans were able to see what I did there. That's the hard thing about some of those ideas like that. Really, only one side of fans are going to be able to see what you're doing. The other people, they can't tell. So that's the one drawback to brawling on the floor, is that, like, while it catches it on camera and one side of the crowd does get to see it, the other 3 or 4 sides of people, like, have no idea what's going on. That was another idea that came off actually much better in practice than it did in execution. In practice, I was doing that really good, that Tijeras off the truss. But when I put my hands up there to do it in this match, the lights that were on the stage were like blinding me, and I couldn't even really see what I was doing. So I was extra careful with it. It was actually meant to look way more chaotic, but oh well. Yeah, we did a lot of craziness in this match for sure. A match that I'm proud of that not many people have seen, so I'm glad I can share it with y'all on this daily DJZ throwback. Dude, this daily DJZ shit is getting hard, let me tell you. If I was smart, I would have filmed about 5 or 6 of these before I started releasing them, so then I could have been ahead of the curve. I didn't really do that, so legit every single day that I'm uploading one of these, I'm figuring out what I'm going to upload either the night before or the day of, and then just trying to get it on YouTube. It's been a struggle to stay consistent uploading every single day, but I'm trying my best. Backstory on this top rope Falcon Arrow that you just saw. Me and Gringo had a bit of a heated discussion about whether or not we were going to do that move, because at the time my lower back was really injured. I had injured it in a TNA match months prior, and the entire summer I was experiencing severe pain in my lower back, where I was constantly having to go to a chiropractor, constantly having to get deep tissue massages, just trying to get me through the next weekends of wrestling. And he wanted to do that top rope Falcon Arrow, and I said absolutely not. Like, I do not need to be taking a bump like that. We don't need it. Like, I don't need to do that. That's a terrible idea for my lower back. And Gringo's defense was, come on, man, you're taking my hair. And he just kept saying, like, I'm giving you my hair and you won't take my top rope Falcon Arrow. And my argument was, bro, you've barely got any hair. It's not like you have long locks of hair that we're cutting. Like, the hair that I'm taking will grow back in a month, bro. My back, however, may not recover from this. So it was a bit of a funny moment, but in the end I agreed to take the bump, and I'm glad that I did, because it was a big move in the match, and luckily my back was not further injured from it. We did that DDT really good. I don't know why we don't do that anymore. Probably because everybody and their brother does it now, but it is a really, like, impressive move. Discovery, look at him. He's playing cheerleader. He's getting these people hype for DJZ's comeback. And dive on the ref and on Skyday Jr. So, okay, so this was an important part of the match. The way this was supposed to go was I dive on Skyday Jr. and the referee, take them out, then Gringo goes like he's going to dive, but turns around and Discovery kicks him in the balls. As you can see, Discovery's not in the ring. Gringo goes to Discovery and tells him, hey, you forgot the spot. You're supposed to get in here and kick me in the balls. I tell Gringo to just knock me off the apron to buy some time. And he's still waiting on Discovery to get him the ring. Literally the only spot you had to do. And now Discovery's next to him. What are you doing? Why are you standing next to him? There we go. And then he tries to pin him. Why did he try to pin him? And then he gets off of him and sells. What is going on? What are you selling, Discovery? Did you kick Gringo so hard on the balls that you injured your legs? There's the ref. 1, 2. Ah, he kicks out at the last second. And now Discovery gets back in the ring. And I'm like, what is going on? So I tell him, I can do this on my own. Please, I can do this. Get out of the ring. What's funny is it kind of looked like a moment inadvertently where Discovery was like, no. I kicked him in the balls and he still didn't put him away. I gotta help him. And I'm telling him, no, coach, I can do it on my own. So we accidentally created a little moment and a story in that spot that wasn't supposed to be there. But here we go now. Big Rana into the ZDT. Finally, we got back on track, back where we need to be. ZDT. 1, 2, 3, and the crowd goes wild. And Gringo Loco is gonna lose his hair to that young go hard, DJZ. The Discovery moment will forever crack me up. He picks me up. We did it, coach. Let the celebration begin. Hilarious. Unfortunately, this was the last appearance Discovery would make at GALLI. And I think part of it was due to the state of mind he was in and the botch finish with him and the low blow. The foul! I think that is a big part of what led to his exodus from GALLI. And we really miss training with him. He is an incredible coach, incredible trainer, very motivating, and just a guy with a good heart. So we do miss him. And now I'm going to take Gringo Loco's hair. Actually, I think the clippers weren't working. If I remember correctly, I was having a really hard time actually shaving his head because this was some cheap-ass pair of clippers that were not doing the job. So while the crowd's expecting to see this dude get scalped, it wasn't really coming off that way. Oh wow. We tried our best. So thank you once again for joining me on another throwback DJZ match. Daily DJZ. I am DJZ.com. Join me tomorrow as I scramble and search for more content to upload. Bye.